Hi.
I hope our internet holds up.
I hope our internet holds up as well. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Hi. Guest says good morning. Hi, Zarquan. How are you? Yes, hello. I love you. How do you always smell like poop? Your brother doesn't smell like poop. Do you just roll around and poop?
I would not be surprised.
I would. I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, mostly good. I had a surprising amount of energy today. Since we got up, I've just been going nonstop. William, you can stay. It's okay. Packing will pack itself. Yeah, mostly good. I'm on Dayquil now. Yay. If anybody is watching this later or anybody who's watching it now, is willing to, please take a look at the 2 versions of the last week's creation because yes, we talked about making a Palatine detective. Yes, I made it. Wasn't good enough for me. So I made a champion because I got more witchiness out of it. Because I can. They have focus spells. And like decay and stuff. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I know. You got a big feather on your butt.
Yes, and it belongs up your nose.
Everyone. Hi, I know. I love you. Hold on, man.
And in your ear. And in your eye.
And in my eye. Yeah, he's good at that. I'm going to put a link on the chat for the characters. Whoops. That's not right. Hi, Vanessa. Dayquil is great. Liquid painkillers and decongestant. Yeah. We both woke up sneezing and snotting everywhere. We have a touch of a cold. So something that I wanted to hit with the witch theme is that anything can be a witch. And I don't... Why are you licking my bracelet?
Because you're not paying attention.
Oh, God. Okay. Come here. Yeah. Purr, purr, purr. Yeah, I love you too. I was wondering if we should make a healer, like a choir politic, or some other divine witch. Or if we should just go with like a theme of let's make a thing and see if we can wedge it into witch. Kitties are such weirdos. We love them so much. Yes. Kitty. Yes. Okay. I almost called her Titty again. Sorry. It's the connotation of your full name. I'm sorry. I'm not just trying to point out that you have boobs. Kitty. Your name is Kitty. Yes, hi. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Yes. Yes, I know. Oh, everything's great. Everything's happy when you're aghast. Everything. I'm petting him so hard he's falling off the table and he's still purring like crazy.
He likes it rough.
I don't get it. He's just, okay.
He's a little dog.
You know, I have pet his head for a half an hour before and he doesn't stop. He
like
just
continuously,
keeps...
roughly, for a half hour straight. He does not ever get tired of it.
Like this, the whole body, from tail to tip of the head. Witch captain. Sure. Ooh. A witch of fairies? We can make fairies. Evil fae. My kitty came up to me this afternoon and politely tapped me on the elbow for uppies.
Yeah, Gasty does that to me sometimes. Just put the paw on my knee.
He's never that polite with me. He screams at me. Do we want to make it a witch captain that is beleaguered by the fae that they have just sort of co-opted into their employ? Or make the fae captain a fae themselves, and this is their entourage of pixies, nixies, grigs, and sprites? Yes, you kitty. Oh my god. Everyone needs to see this kitty. Good kitty. Here's a kitty with the head pets. Yeah, with the head pets. And the pets on the head, yeah, not enough. Oh, not enough head pets. Oh, the other hand. Here's the pets of the head. Oh, it's not enough. Rub me harder. Rub my head. It's my head right there.
Yeah, he's weird.
Hi. Are you tired of that yet? No. Oh, God. So if you're ever wondering what I'm doing on camera, when you can't see my hands, this is what I'm doing. Which captain with a beleaguered face, sergeant? Like a fae that's been like sundered from the Feylands, sort of like a bleached gnome, but fae version. Like a sort of a fetchling version of a fae. What is the first upgrade level of feat for the captain? Is a 6? When can you get experienced followers? Yeah, dude, I know. I love you too. Can you just like pause at least?
No, there is no pause.
Shit, fuck.
You must continue to pet. He has successfully furred your shirt.
Love you too, man.
You stopped.
I'm busy. I'm typing. 4 is when you can upgrade their level? You're shitting me. I thought that was just when you can get weird kinds of creatures. Oh, yeah, I love you too. You have no idea how hard this is.
He's forcing you to multitask.
He is, and I'm not that great at it.
He's testing your multitasking skills. You're doing pretty well.
Yeah, until I right-click something that I didn't mean to.
No,
What did I do?
You did that.
No, I did. He forced my hand into it, but I did. They need to look at my belly. My belly's the most important part of me. Yeah, Packbinder makes sense too. Yeah, I was thinking that. It makes sense. I agree.
Okay, no coughing.
You're fucking right, Vanessa. Everything is at 4. All the cool, fun shit is at 4. Holy shit, at 6 you can make them veterans. Oh no, that's 8. Sorry, that's 8. Okay, so we're not going that far, but at 4 you can upgrade them. So if we're going to 6, then we could get up to CR2 fairies. Let's look up CR2 fairies. CR2 fairies, fae monsters, fae.
I'd be careful of that chair.
Yeah, that's true. A broken one doing that.
Broken one before.
Whoops. CR2 fae, CR2 fae. Two. Yes. Oh, there's no 2. There's no 2 fae. Well, we can make them weak. So let's go 1 to 3. What? No way. There's only 2? That's awful. And they're unique. They're Gremlin and a Sprite. Let's look at Creethny and Krishkin. That's not possible. Is that really accurate? There's only 2? Level 1 to 3. Traits, did I only select Fae? I did. I just select Gremlin too.
I saw Sprite as well.
Yeah, but Sprites should have the Fae trait. Yeah. Yeah. Man. I'm doing something wrong. Let's go all creatures. Maybe that was the issue. It might have been. Show filters. Hi. Yeah, I love you too. Yes. You like my eyebrows because they're spindly like your little whiskers. Hi. I'm busy. They don't care. Not PFS. I don't care. What the fuck did I just click? No. There we go. I only had monster selected. There are a lot more that are creatures. Okay. Duendes. I did see the document link. That is perfectly fine for VTM. I don't think I'd ever read that before. Like, if I had, I would have seen other people do it. Was that fan made? We have to have a duende. I guess we don't have to have a duende. Domovoys are cute too. Okay, so the fae that we could have as our little entourage at highest level are Domovoys, Duendes, Fey Dragonette, Nagriff, Grabbles, Leprechaun, Nuglub, and Zrukbat. Leprechaun! Leprechaun! Warwick Davis, anybody? Fine, I know it. Create object. Oh, that's right. And they increase their spell DC for trickery, and they have illusory creature, illusory object, invisibility, color spray, shillelagh, ventriloquism, dancing lights, ghost sound, mage hand, prestidigitation, telekinetic projectile, create object, and a club. Well, apparently they're magic based. Leprechaun. Yes. Duendes are people that eat toenails. Seriously, that's what they do. And if you don't give them trimmings, they take them on their own and they cut off your toes on accident because they're really bad with nail clippers. And they live in earth mounds like ants because they can shrink to the size of ants. Yes, hello, guys. Hi.
The feather duster has returned.
He has. A domovoy is a Slavic house spirit. You have to keep them happy or they get really, really pissed. I think they kidnap animals if they get pissed. I think you leave out beer and bread for them. Is that right?
They're like an evil Santa.
Yeah. They can do mending at will, which is cool. Mage hand, prestidigitation, telekinetic projectile, and they guard a home, which doesn't really matter for travelers, so maybe not the domovoy. It's a cool name, but the duendes are funny. Or Creethny, or King. Oh, I can go up to 3 then. Oh, I can go up to 3. And I just choose the weak template. Azana, Bargot, Byron Frost Hunt, Bogey. Who wants a bogeyman? I want a bogeyman. Yes, he only has half a face and rips the heads off of stuffed animals. This guy's weird. He can devour soul and cast fear, cast a ghost sound, a message. This guy's a dick. He also sneak attacks. It was in a book, Black Hand Guide to the Talmahara. Okay, cool. I don't even know what the Talmahara is. I bet Vanessa knows. Pop quiz, Vanessa. What's the Talmahara?
But you gotta say it like that.
Oh my god, she knew. Okay. That's good. Hi, baby. Hi. Dude, dryads are level 3 Fae. Draxies. We can have any of these. Devoravoy. It's a different house spirit. Ether Sprite Swarm. Ooh, a swarm. Fey Dragonette. It's a Fey Dragon. That's cool. There's so many Fays! Tooth Fairy Swarm. Guys, Tooth Fairy Swarm. A fucking unicorn? A fucking unicorn is level 3, and I have cat hair all over my face.
You have cat hair everywhere, dude.
Who doesn't want a fucking unicorn?
You are a cat hair.
You're a unicorn. Ugh. They had a city in the underworld, the ghost of the first city, but then it got nuked with the ghost of a nuke. I remember that. Yeah, unicorn's a healer. Okay, so the unicorn spells Nature's Pathway, Cleanse Affliction, and 2 heals, and a light cantrip, and Powerful Charge to stab someone with its head. Well, doesn't make sense. Communicate with all animals. And they're immune to poison. Best test taster in the world. And they count as holy. Holy shit. Oh, that's neat. What the fuck's a Karkadan? It doesn't matter. It's not a creature we can pick. Creepney. You suck. You suck. Not picking Creepney. It's a unique that's probably for a specific reason that has a ventriloquist ring, and that's the most interesting thing about it. How about the Kirschking? Kirschkin? Kirschkin. Oh, what a cute picture! I have to show you a picture of the Kirschkin. We could have this little fey dog person with us. Look at that. It is not Lovecraft's version of a unicorn. It's like Eldrazi Magic the Gathering version of a unicorn. It's all fucked up. Because the Eldrazi were inspired by Lovecraft. Okay. Kirschkin is a gremlin. It's a Pugwampy Jinxer that has been upgraded. So now it's unique, it has an unlock aura and collateral damage. It can redirect a critical hit meant for them to someone else next to them. That's fun. Speak with animals, gust of wind, spider sting. Okay, kind of boring. Natural thief. Yeah, okay. Kirschkin is also boring, but it's so cute. Springheel Jack is chaotic evil. And he has 2 set magic items with him. Little Love and Jack's tattered cape, and a fucking breath weapon. Blue fire. This is awesome. This is like a Halloween captain. How do we make a Halloween-themed captain? Obviously, creepy-ass Fae. Springheel Jack is the first one, because fucking creepy. I'll put the link in chat. Can we make a captain that's a gourd leshy so we have it as a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern? Is there a feat to carve your own face? There might be under Flesh Warp. I don't
There
think
should
so.
be.
There really should. It would make sense.
Because everybody wants to carve their own face.
Well, you do at Halloween. I mean, everybody. Okay, so what is Little Love? It's a magic dagger. It lets you jump to spring away from your foes. Ew, that's great. It's amazing. He's good at jumping. This guy's boring, but he's evil and spooky. Tooth fairies are fucking creepy. We could easily have a tooth fairy for one of our followers. I almost said pets. It's not a pet. It's a follower. Yeah, it's a follower. We can make a vampire. Okay, so how can we cram as much Halloween into one character as we can? So we can have a gourd lushy character that is a captain that has an eidolon that is a vampire, and have a pet that is Spring-Heeled Jack because he's fucking creepy as hell, or Tooth Fairy. We can only cram two followers in. So what are the creepiest of them? Bogey, and I think the Bogey was boring, wasn't he? He devours soul, casts fear, and he attacks things. He's immune to fear. That's cool. He's really, really boring. But he's creepy. It's not a good enough reason. Maybe we just choose a leprechaun who's like the face is all distorted like that leprechaun movies. They're super useful. They have lots of tricky stuff. They can mess with people's heads with illusions like crazy. You guys are lucky I don't have kids. Jason, Jigsaw, Freddy, Mike Myers, Pinhead, your tears combined. I am Captain Halloween. Pinhead. We could summon one if we were high enough level, but we can't summon a Cenobite. But we could resemble one. Mike Myers is so simple. Jason, same. Jigsaw, Puppet. Easy. Fucking creepy ass Puppet. But that could even be a familiar. So we could have a familiar. Well, we can't have familiars and followers. So we need to have followers and not familiars, but we could have the Eidolon still. Freddy, Nightmare. We could do Reflection for that. Captain Halloween. Vampire Dumpier Leshy is an interesting idea. Leprechauns would be my first choice for a summon. You can have a familiar and a follower. I thought it specifies in Captain that maybe it's only companions you can't have? Well, now I'm looking it up. Oh, you don't have an animal companion, construct companion, or other companion that functions similarly. Awesome. Okay, so we can have a Papa Familiar that's Jigsaw. And we can have an Eidolon that's whatever, Freddy, because you can just dismiss it and bring him back. So sure, Freddy Krueger. You could totally do that. Jamie Clayton's version of Pinhead is definitely scare-rousing. That a word? Scare-rousing. Is Jamie Clayton the most recent Pinhead? I don't like their outfits because they're just made from their own skin. Yeah, thematically it fits, but it's not as bold. It's not as striking visually because it's all flesh color. Okay, cool. So yeah, companion, Eidolon, familiar. I mean, not companion, follower. Yes, multiple followers. Additional follower at 4, and then experienced follower. That's the experienced follower is how we're getting CR2 because we're going to be level 6, so we can get 4 levels lower as a minion. So we have to take experienced follower to get the higher level interesting Fae. We have to have additional followers to have at least 2, and we have to take leader of all to allow Fae. So our 4th level, and one of our 6th level feats are spoken for. Okay, fine. Who cares? And then of course the 2nd level feat for dedication. So 2, 4, 4, 4. And we don't need the 6th level feat yet. We could, but we don't need to. Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 feats spoken for, 1 at 2, and 3 after that. Wow. So we're really only going to be able to get 2 class feats, 1 that's 6th level. Yes, it would be better if it was someone else's skin, but it's specifically not. It's their own skin. Yes, I've researched the lore on them a lot. Nightmares fascinate me. I was actually surprised to learn that I'm almost the same age as Miss Clayton. She did a real good job. I think that the point for Pinhead in the beginning was that Pinhead had no gender. So a trans person in the beginning would have fit the lore. How do I have extra cats attached to my arm?
Now you fluffed them all up.
It's
and probably put 'em in your
annoying.
coffee.
No. I can't tell how old Pinhead is in the new movie. They look just sort of timeless. I mean, good makeup job or something. Have you guys seen those makers that sell dice that look like eyes and mouths and like animate like the eye moves? You can't roll it because it's lopsided. It's all lumpy, but it looks cool. I've seen those for Switch plate covers too. It totally works for Shimisi. That's what you were talking about, Zarquan. Not like in real life, but you might have a striking leather suit. Okay. Okay, so out of all these options, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do all right, I'm just gonna write it down. Hold on. Oh, if anybody wants to take a look at the second character build that I built, the champion, see if it fits the vibe of Halloween and witches. Because if not, we can redo that character. Because I tried to get as much shapeshifting into it as possible, and so I ended up with 4 focus points, which is cool. I found out there's a way to get 5 focus points if you're specializing in occult. So I'm going to change my already created resentment debuffing witch to get 5 focus points because I can. Okay, so jack-o'-lantern, pinhead, jigsaw. These are just fun, creepy ideas that we can do. Tooth Fairy, not the Rocks version, because I watched that movie. No, not that version. What were all the ideas? Oh yeah, Freddy Krueger. I didn't write Freddy Krueger down. Freddy. Can we fit Black Cat in here somewhere? We could take the pet feet, but you can still only have 1 familiar or 1 pet. I'm just trying to think of everything that's related to Halloween. Fire, light, turnips, pumpkins, wind, witches, lightning, cold, a balefire, scarecrows, I guess, black cats. I mean, I guess werewolves and vampires.
Spiders.
Spiders. There's a lot of spider connotation. We don't have ancestry yet. We could do a naughty. Skeletons. Spooky, scary skeletons. This is not legible. I need a new orange marker. This thing's dying. Unless you can like re-enliven it. Can you add alcohol to it or something? I don't know how that works.
Re-enliven.
Yeah, you know, it's a thing. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. If you make one a Wayang, you can take a feat that restores a focus point in combat. Oh my god. Okay, so you could do a mixed ancestry with Wayang and Kashrishi. Take champion. And no matter what you have 3 extra focus points. What? So this is the thing. It's interesting. Gotta know mechanics for the system too. Not just story. Because story mechanics make fun. Can you guys fucking read this? I don't know. Can you read Spider and Audi on the right?
Tooth flare.
What? It's not a tooth flare. It clearly says Tooth Perry. I guess undead too.
Stolexin.
It's not a fucking what? That's not a
Stolexin.
It's a Shetton, clearly. Does anyone object to having a Tooth Fairy as one of the followers and Jigsaw as a Poppet familiar?
Jigsaw should totally be a Poppet familiar.
Hey, that's easy. We could even give him a little fucking tricycle. Familiars can operate vehicles. A tricycle is a vehicle, therefore, Jigsaw can drive a tricycle or a tank. It's okay. I'm just brushing your hair off of the table. He said, he walked up and he goes, pet me. Okay, so we're doing, I know. All right, so we got Jigsaw and Tooth Fairy. What do y'all think for the rest of them? I mean, we can do anything that's themed these things. The Frankenstein monster, skeleton, spider, Freddy, jack-o'-lantern, Pinhead. We can't really do a lot with Pinhead's powers. There are higher level summonings that can summon creatures that use chains, and there are magical chain weapons, but there's nothing at low level or ancestry wise that can make Pinhead, as far as I'm aware. Oh, sorry. Can't see that. Hi. Okay, so we have a Tooth Fairy. That's one of the followers, and Jigsaw the Poppet familiar. So the familiar and one follower is taken up. And so we can still do an Eidolon and another follower, and then the main character, because we can only have 2 followers at this point. What should the Eidolon and or other follower be? Oh, God, hair itches. Reflavor the vine. You're right. Fuck. Wow. Yeah. Why not? That's perfect. What I'm responding is Arc one reflavor the vine deviant feat to be a chain. Yeah. Fuck yes. Now, do we want the character to actually look like Pinhead and be suffering and stuff? Because that's a flesh warp. We've such sights to show you. The suffering will be exquisite. I can't do his voice. Sorry. It's always modified, like Freddy's. All right, let's look at other Fae that would fit a Halloween theme. I guess it would be simple to make the main character, the captain, either a summoner or a witch that just uses spells. Because, like, shapeshifting, illusion, causing damage, pain, that's all spells. And yeah, the Vine Deviant feat. And again, the class is still up for. I mean, at this point, it should either be a summoner or. I guess it could be anything. This group needs a healer. Should Pinhead be a healer? Maybe not. Okay, what is a Zrock bat? It's a bat that changes into objects and goes for the eyes. Has an ability called Go for the Eyes. We're not using his Zrock bat. Leprechaun is fucking creepy. I'm keeping that in reserve. Duende is funny, but it really doesn't matter for Halloween. Devoravoy. What are you? You have a pitchfork, can tinkle, speak with animals, charm animals only, command animals only, mending, mage hand, prestidigitation, invisible, no. Unicorn, perfectly, no. Byron Frosthunt, what are you? You're gargantuan? It's a CR3 gargantuan cold. Oh, it's a troop. Okay, this really fits any cold themed build. Neat. Really doesn't fit this. It's a troop that causes cold wherever it goes, including an AoE of cold and changes the temperature a quarter of a mile. Doesn't really matter for this. Bargot? Are you Bargot? Fear, darkness, shatter, foot, draining impact, blighted branch, strike, impart anguish. Are you just a dryad? You're a dryad. Azana, what are you? You're friendly halfling phase. So far, it doesn't fit at all. They run around with shears. This makes no sense. So they trim hedges and they speak with water and shit. Draxi, no. Dryad, no. Duende, no. Devoravoy, no. Ether, Sprite, Swarm, no. Fey Dragon, that doesn't fit. No. Nagref, what are you? What's a Grabbles? Grabbles? You are unique. Vermin empathy, self-loathing, vengeful anger, no. Nagrif, you are a fucking goblin. You look like a stereotypical fey goblin with 2 rows of teeth. You are fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying. It lurks in stone, jumps out, and eats you. I don't really think that fits. Leprechaun still might be the choice. It fits. Nuglub? Hunchback gremlin. They attack metal. Whatever. Oclui. That's a bird. If which isn't there a lesson of pain? Soothe. Like your Freddy Krueger Lepidot surgeon with syringes, scalpels, and stuff for fingers. I'm sorry, that's a great idea. Vengeance, phantom pain. Should be the healer of the body. Why not? Oh God, should we shift at this point, pivot, and make the Freddy Krueger Lepidot surgeon that's a healer? Okay, so I guess I want to know if we should work on the captain, or actually the main character could be the Lepidot surgeon. No, we don't have enough room in this build as a captain for the Lepidot surgeon. That's a separate build. Because having followers takes so many things. You're an embodiment of fear. Oh my God! Look at the picture!
So cute!
This is an embodiment of fear, and I absolutely agree. Look at this fucker. That is clearly a baby owl.
Yes, it is.
That is a fucking baby owl. Jesus Christ, you are an embodiment of fear. That's fucking nasty. Goodbye. We're not using that. Oh, God. Yeah, I should look at its abilities. Yes, I'm committed to the craft. It makes people lost in the dark. They go the wrong way. Holy shit. Wow. I've had nightmares like this. Corner of the eye. The Oclui creates a wave of disturbing illusory images in a 10-foot burst centered on a point within 60 feet. Any creature caught in this burst takes 3d6 mental damage as their peripheral vision churns with terrifying visions of worm-eaten corpses and monsters ready to pounce. This thing is like my nightmare. I am not probably ever going to look at the Oclui again. You guys want to know what scares me? That scares me. The Oclui. Yobnobby, what a great name. What's your name? Yobnobby? Oh my God, it's an inventor. It's an armor inventor Fey with claws, with sneak attack that makes its armor explode, and it has acid and electricity damage. Okay, so Yobnobby, just somebody wants a friend or follower at some point, fucking use Yobnobby. This thing is great. It's just good. It's useful. It's effective. It's like having an extra PC. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not for this. Zrukbat. Okay, so now I'm going to lower CRs where I know the the thing is Tooth Fairy. They don't all have to be Fae. The theme is Halloween. So let's go back up to CR2 and take off Fae and just look for everything. For those interested, Blink Dog is CR2. That's totally useful in general for a captain. Cactus Leshy. Chetamog. What's a Chetamog? It's a riding squirrel. Did you guys know there are riding squirrels? There are riding squirrels! It's called a Chetamog. It's just an animal. I need one in real life.
Yes, you do.
Ew, cockroach swarm. Ew. Yeah, I'll put a link for the Chetamog. Riding squirrel. I named him Acorn. You added a squirrel to your stuffies? I haven't gotten to see the stuffy. I love squirrels. Corpse light. That's fucking creepy enough. It senses dead bodies within range. It's a will-o-wisp. Kind of boring for Halloween, yeah. We need something that's more shocking, like a Powery. What level is Powery? That's a red cap. Well, let's see if it's... No, it wouldn't be CR2 or 3 or 1. It... Actually, you know what? I don't know. It might be lower. Red cap. No, it's CR5. Okay. Because it has fast healing 10. That's not going to happen for a while. Okay. It is adorable and amazing. Coven Aspirant. Witch in training. Could be your follower. Fucking awesome. This mystic wants to join a hag coven. That's her mission in life. Hi. Witch hex spells, Needle of Vengeance. It's just a witch. You can have a witch as a follower. That's so cool. Yeah, hi. It can form a temporary coven with you if you can cast spells. All right, well, that's neat, but not necessary for this. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. Something else might be a better fit, like a decrepit mummy. Devil's Disciple. I was just a dude. Hi. Hi. Dude, get off the keyboard. Drunkard. Let's have a drunkard as a follower. It has actual stats. Why? Just why? Hi. Ember Fox. A Ghast. That is terrifying. Maybe we have a Ghast as one of our followers. We could say it's one of the Cenobites if we're making a Cenobite-themed person, or Freddy. It's a living nightmare. Yeah, a witch captain with 4 witch followers. It's a thing you can do, because there's stats for it. That would scream Halloween to me. If you make a witch captain with a witch follower with a tooth fairy, with Jigsaw as a puppet, and what Eidolon are we going with? Is there an Eidolon that has a reach attack? Oh, you could have an Eidolon that is primal, learn spells with a low level feat. I think it's level 1 from Summoner. Oh, that's going to be hard to fit a summons in. You can do it at 6th, but you can't take feats. Then we'd have to make a Summoner. Okay, so is the main character going to be a Hellraiser Pinhead Cenobite? Or Freddy Krueger? Can't do the healer yet. So maybe we save Freddy Krueger for the healing build. Or a witch. To have more witches. Witches can have their own theme, of course. Can you have a witch of nightmares, or just a cold witch, or a pumpkin pie witch, or a sand witch? We can make a Baba Yaga in training. Make it a witch following Baba Yaga and have little animated objects all around. So far, the Coven Aspirant is the closest I've seen to Halloweeny besides the Ghast. Not the kitty, the ghoul. Ah, that's a dragon. No, that's a rat folk. Goblin. I'm still falling back on Leprechaun or Coven Aspirant. Am I the only one who grew up with the Leprechaun movies? Yes, Vasilisa the Beautiful. Pumpkin Spice Latte Witch. Sure. Let's make Vasilisa the Beautiful. I'm up for that. Leprechaun. Vanessa, that would definitely be that healer's tagline. If you heal in the dream, you heal in real life. Yes, they made movies of. Oh my god, no. You show me thousands of comics and you don't know the Leprechaun movies? Come on, Vanessa. Warwick Davis, creepy leprechaun that grants wishes by killing people. Like everyone does, you know. It's the thing you do. Jennifer Aniston was in the first one. It's from 1992. I think it's a little before your time, dear. Leprechaun. No, I didn't say leprechaun. Well, I might have, but I didn't mean to. He who walks behind the rose. Yes, you can definitely reference a character from out of Russian folklore and people just get it. Cat hair! Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Yes, but not as scary. I mean, that movie wasn't as scary as Halloween. I'm not saying you have to watch the Leprechaun movies, Vanessa. They are objectively awful.
They're awful.
The acting is just
It is
dumb.
terrible.
The plot's silly.
So bad.
The victims are dumb. It's cheesy horror that has somehow continued to make new uh, sequels. Yes, it was Amazeballs, just also bad.
Yeah, really just bad.
It was awesome because it was so over the top. It was just way dramatic.
Bad.
I love that he granted someone's wish to get all of his gold by putting the gold in the dude's belly, which killed him, and then he slashed him open to get his gold back.
Bad.
How can you say Warwick? Okay, I actually was really annoyed when the leprechaun was like watching some girl dance or something, and he got excited about it. It's not a movie monster thing to me. I'm in the R's for CR2. That might fit. That might fit. Halloween Zombie Feast. Zareg the Dirge Screamer. Not right. Oh, Shuttleshoes. Those are cool. Shred Skin. What a great name for anything. Oh my god, it's just skin that flies. Dude. Jigsaw could be a soulbound doll. That's another monster that's CR2. Then we still have room for a familiar. Okay, that is the subject of a new horror movie, but Shred Skin does not actually fit this theme. Soulbound doll does. Oh, this was in the Kobold adventure for first level with the pre-made kobolds. This is one of the bad things in it. And you can choose a spell based on its personality. What spell would Jigsaw even have a spell? The little doll? That's the soulbound doll. I like the Wishmaster Gen, yeah. Yeah, the actor is fun. Oh god, fucking cat hair in my eye.
You want some more? He's right there.
Yeah.
He'll be happy to give you some more.
Never-ending supply of cat hair.
Well, you know, when you can collect entire Gasties off of the places he lays, yeah, there's some cat hair.
Those are the spells. Enlarge, calm. It's personality type and spell. Harm. Peaceful rest. Invisibility is the closest that fits. But it's really any just second level spell. Yeah. There's no trap spell for second level, is there? I think there's lower and higher. Binding muzzle, shimmering muzzle, pure magical force, clamps the target's mouth shut. I've sealed your mouth with wire. Horrifying blood loss. I think that fits Jigsaw. They have to start losing blood and then they get terrified. Lock item. That doesn't really work. Mind game seems to fit in theme, but not in effect. Ozzy's cage? Make a prison of bone? Not really. Paranoia. Paranoia? I think that could fit. Make a creature believe everyone is a threat. That kind of fits Jigsaw. No. No trap spells. But I still think Paranoia fits. Okay. I'm going to revise this. I'm erasing Freddy because I like Freddy for the healer, which is fun. I'm not erasing it. I'm just like not going to include it for this build because Freddy the Lepidot Surgeon Healer is cool. Dr. Payne. We don't need to include Spider and Naughty because I don't think we're going to be able to. Oh, whatever. I'll just keep it there for now. I guess we could just have a skeleton. It's kind of boring. Frankenstein monster. It doesn't really fit because it's too high CR. Tooth Fairy, Jigsaw. Jack-o'-lantern Leshy. I think the Anati are too friendly to be this. I guess you could have a demented member of any ancestry, though. I think you'd have to actually make Pinhead the main character so that you could use the Vine Lash feat, which you could get at second level. Are people here okay with Pinhead being a caster? Like, can you picture Pinhead as being a witch, like an occult caster? I mean, they're supposed to be priests for what? I think they're called priests of the Gash, and they are all about pain and extreme experiences. It sounds like an occult debuffer. But then they'd be kind of bad at hitting. Is the Vine Lash a physical attack or is it a spell attack? Hi. I need this. Thank you. Okay, so Tooth Fairy is one of the followers. Let's make... What? He's wet. He was bad, huh? Okay, the Awakening for the Vine Lash goes off of spell DC, and it also just perfectly fits Pinhead. All right, well, if nobody objects, because nobody's saying anything, I'm just going to say that we can have the... What would be more useful? I think Jigsaw as a follower would be more useful instead of having a second witch, although she does have her own focus point, but a crappy DC. Yeah, let's use Jigsaw as the fuck do they call it? Soulbound doll. Actually, that's Chucky. We could totally have Soulbound Chucky. And then Jigsaw is the puppet. That works. Like, Jigsaw puppet. Chucky Soulbound doll. I still like Pinhead as an Eidolon because he can just appear. I don't know. Let's try to make Pinhead the main character. That means flesh warp because you can't excuse how he looks any other way. Unless it's automaton, I guess. But then he's not alive, which defeats the purpose of being a Pinhead. Being a Cenobite.
That just sounds like some sort of delicious baked good.
A Cenobite?
Yeah.
A Cenobite is a member of a religion that has sequestered themselves away to study that religion.
I don't care. It sounds like a delicious baked good.
Not a Cenobite. Cenobite. It's like Zerth Cenobites from 3rd edition. Yeah, I'm still connected. Okay. All right, so Flesh Warp Pinhead. What powers does Pinhead need? Because Tooth Fairy is self-explanatory. Chucky as the soulbound doll is also explanatory and fucked up. Jigsaw as a puppet is easy to do because he's on a little tricycle and he can just go run errands for you. I think we're usually going to have our Tooth Fairy out, but we can summon Chucky when we want. I'm fine replacing Chucky if you guys have a different idea. But until then, Pinhead, the main character, Flesh Warp. What class would Pinhead be? Because he is sort of clergy. Chucky fits anger. Yeah, he is a soulbound doll. Pinhead could be an Eidolon too. I think I'm thinking about this too hard. We could take Witch as Pinhead and take the feet for Witch's armaments and take hair and just say that it's chains. Actually, it doesn't have reach, does it? You need Vine Lash for that. Checking. Witch armaments? How do you spell armaments? Living hair. It doesn't have reach. We talked about this before. That's messed up. Okay, fine. Fuck it. This is supposed to be Halloween themed. We're making Pinhead. Vine Lash is kind of necessary, but again, there's no class chosen. Should we just go with Summoner so we can have an Eidolon and make it easy to have an Eidolon? Probably. Okay. I mean, Pinhead summons his Cenobite friends, so fuck it. And it makes sense for Pinhead to have followers. Pinhead's a summoner. Pinhead? All right, so if we take... What's a versatile heritage that we can blend with Flesh Warp to make this work better? Or custom ancestry. So if we go Flesh Warp, Pinhead, does Flesh Warp add anything to our concept of Pinhead? I don't think so, but it might. Oh, gaping flesh and disturbing appearance. Yes, it works. If Pinhead's attacked, his flesh yawns wide and sickens people around him. That's perfect. Disturbing appearance, gaping flesh. I think gaping flesh is 5th. Yeah, Flesh Warp works perfectly for Pinhead. We don't need specifically that heritage, so I don't know what we'll do for heritage, but whatever. And then Summoner to summon... What will our Eidolon be? Because we still have an open slot for an Eidolon, we could do a Freddy Facsimile or just another Cenobite. Sure, it could be an Anger Phantom or Devotion Phantom, whatever kind of mechanics. I don't care. I just don't know what the feel would be. Like, he summons his followers and Eidolons. It seems like it should be like the Cenobites arriving around him. Creepy as shit. What about the Swarm Eidolon? The Swarm can be any kind of creature you want. Any kind of tiny creature. Hell, the Swarm could be the chains. Or just a bunch of blades. What other Eidolons are options? Yeah, we don't need to look at Flesh Warp, but the Versatile Heritage and the Eidolon are still open. Okay, I'm just going to make it clear in chat. Pinhead has been selected as character type, Summoner, Captain, Vine Lash for the chains, pets are Tooth Fairy, Jigsaw. What level is a Grey Bladeling? Hi. Yes, hello. Okay, I'll move it. I know you like your bed. Yeah. Loot likes to lay in the bed. Gas likes to claw the shit out of the bed. Grey Bladeling. It's a companion. You're right, it fits. It even tries to possess people. How do you get an undead companion with very few feats? That's a kitty making biscuits. Or very carefully studying the whiteboard. Yes, he's a baker at heart. There's no way to start with an undead companion, though, is there? And there's no base class that gets anything but an animal companion. And that's only if you go druid. I don't think there's a way to get Grey Bladeling with so many feats used for captain. Well, do we have to go captain? I mean, we wanted the Tooth Fairy. But if we're going just... See, when you're building a character and it's based on story and theme, you have to be willing to sacrifice everything. Like, being an author, sacrifice your darlings is a motto to follow. If you love it, you have to be willing to let it die. So for So for Pinhead, yes, hi guys. We could have an undead companion, but we would have to take an archetype for it. And then we'd have just that one companion, plus Eidolon and Familiar if we want. I don't know if there's a way to really do this mechanically in the system that works well. Lou, did you just walk by me to fart and then leave? I think you did.
He says you're welcome.
Yeah. I share my essence with you. You're welcome. Yeah, Grey Bladeling is cool, but I don't think we're going to be able to fit it in unless we revamp everything, which is fine. Would the advanced even come up, though? Because we're making this for low level. Would the... Don't you get the advanced ability at 8th? Advanced maneuver? Nah. That's changing all of it. I mean, we could go Pinhead and just have the undead companion, the Grey Bladeling that we can summon, and then have an Eidolon that we can summon, and just go all for the Cenobite thing. That's a very amusing familiar. And yes, it totally works. You don't need to see the pink light. That's a halo. We could get rid of Chucky because it's just not as interesting and have Jigsaw as the soulbound doll and have an evil blade that Seems very happy. Like it was a doctor in a previous life. Is the patient ready? The Swarm Eidolon seems the most interesting to me for Pinhead to summon because it's just like a bunch of chains or a bunch of blades. Does any other Eidolon seem to fit Halloween better? Or Pinhead specifically better? We could make like a fire-breathing pumpkin if we wanted to. And take Demon. These are just my notes so far. Just sharing. So we can definitely do Pinhead as a character and a summoner. But if we can't come up with an Eidolon for the summoner to summon, then I'm just going to make him a witch. Because I like witches.
It's like your only threat. You don't come up with something.
It's not a threat. It's just what I'm going to do. Well, Pinhead as a summoner, the concept works real well. But summoners are basically just casters. And so it can fit any kind of theme you want. And we can take any tradition you want based on the Eidolon. Like the Eidolon determines what kind of spells you cast. And so for someone that is either Halloween based or Pinhead based, Cenobite based, I don't picture them being arcane. I guess it could be divine, but it'd be like hellish divine, kind of fits, or occult. Primal doesn't fit. So like occult or hellish divine would work to me. In general, from all of the movies of Hellraiser that I've seen, because I've never read any of the comics, the Cenobites, his assistants, they're not protective of him. They just go out and kill people. So Anger Phantom would work. Demon Eidolon would work. Hell Construct would work. I suppose Dragon could also work. So that's Arcane, Divine, Occult. Elemental, Fey. That would be funny, Fey. The benefit to having a Fey Eidolon is that they get primal spells. But you also have primal spells. And that just doesn't fit anything that we're doing. Witches, spooky, Hellraiser, monstrous pets. It just doesn't fit. Psychopump would work if all the pets are undead, but they're not. Swarm Eidolon still fits. Undead Eidolon fits. I guess the Fae does too. It's just not variation. It's not fun or useful in any extra way. I think Demon or Anger Phantom would work. Okay, what are the benefits of the Anger Phantom? Do you charge or something? You hit people hard. Seething Frenzy. It just attacks people hard. Okay. It gets a Furious Strike. Boring. What does Demon get? Oh, Unholy Damage. Also boring. Swarm? What does Swarm get? It's so new, I don't recall. Swarm form. Oh, condensed and dispersed. And then it can use Haunting Visage and Swarming Assault. Yeah. Swarm form just seems terrifying. Hey, don't fall down. You're supposed to be dexterous and graceful. You're a cat. I just consider summoners the same as you do with fighter. That's funny. Yeah, who cares about the weakness? I think I'm gonna go with swarm because nobody's objecting, and I'm just gonna do what I want. So, swarm of like chains or knives, and it can take on like a horrifying form to scare people, or it can just attack with a bunch of chains because that also fits Pinhead. And if we have the extra feat at 6th level that we could take, we could spend it on the Vine Lash to get chains that affect an area instead of just one chain going out or the Eidolon. So it's just like a bunch of chains pulling from different directions, doing damage. Um, but we still have the captain with Jigsaw and just psychotic pets. Tooth Fairy. I like this. We can have the Tooth Fairy and either the Duende or Chucky, so we can either like cut off toes and fingers or have Chucky, the psychotic soulbound doll, stab people. And Jigsaw as a puppet, who's just a nice support. Very helpful. Jigsaw is. And the flesh warp fits Pinhead perfectly to scare the crap out of people. And the swarm would be the chains. I mean, that just works for Pinhead. I suppose it's not as Halloweeny, but Jesus, it's scary. Wow, it still annoys me that we could still just have Eidolon as an additional archetype. We really can't. We don't have room for it. So it has to be a summoner because we have to have the number of pets. We have to spend so many feats just to have non-normal pets as followers for captain. So it has to be a summoner. So yes, this is not a witch, but it's still scary. Okay. So I know, baby, I know. Hi. I need to train you to type. Eidolon is swarm of chains. It's like Pinhead is stuck in this world and trying to get out through dreams. Hi. Trying to find a gateway back to his hell. It's a different hell. Yes. Hello. Oh my god. Why do you want to writhe on the floor? Why? Does anyone have ideas to throw out there about the Freddy healer? The Lepidstadt surgeon healer? I wonder if you could actually make a useful enough healer without taking alchemy or spells. And I don't think so. A, you'd be fucking busy. And B, I don't think it heals frequently enough. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Instead of Chucky, we could have a Tooth Fairy and a Tooth Fairy swarm because they're different CRs. They're different followers. So you could have a single Tooth Fairy or an entire swarm of them. That's cool. I think I'd rather get rid of Chucky and have a Tooth Fairy and a Tooth Fairy swarm who just yank teeth out of my enemies' heads. Yes. Hi. With alchemical sciences, sure, because Wait, can you make potions with or elixirs with that? What? Who's what? Okay, I don't know who Quark 12,000 is, but whatever. Hi. Come here. Come here. I know you get alchemical crafting, but I thought it was limited to specific things. It doesn't matter if it's misspelled. I don't care. Methodologies. Alchemical sciences. They must be elixirs or tools, so they can't be mutagens or bombs or poisons. But yeah, elixirs, healing. Yeah, that'd work. That's amazing. I'm writing that down, Vanessa. That's a great idea. Tooth Fairy Sergeant to the Tooth Fairy Swarm. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so Pinhead got trapped in this world, and he still has the powers bestowed upon him by Leviathan. So he's been slowly gathering together forces to replace his Cenobite squad to continue his work of bringing people suffering and bringing them to hell while trying to get back to hell on his own. But he has no idea how to because he's trapped in this world. I think it could be funny that it's even like a riff on the Hellraiser that was in space. I don't remember what it's called. Hellraiser 2000 or something. I don't know. Um, and like they crash landed here, and now he's just stuck here because he can't leave. There's like no links to his hell from here, and there's no puzzle box. Yes, the Tooth Fairy has a helmet and cigar now. Oh my god. I think the cat hair is crawling to the back of my eye. Is that possible? All right, so our first one is a so our first character is a taxidermy tanuki that was reanimated by the forces of nature who gave him his purpose, well really his champion magic, and woke him back up to get revenge basically. And he has a mission personally to free anyone who is an animal captured and going to be tortured or killed or turned into taxidermy. And all of his shapeshifts are taxidermied, including the one humanoid shape he can take. I have no idea how that looks, but I'll let your imaginations run wild with it. Also, he did take the resentment patron witch. Well, specifically Baba Yaga, not just resentment. Um, to show that he is fueled by resentment and revenge, trying to track down the one that made him, because he's a puppet, basically. Taxidermy Tanuki Poppet. Oh my god, I finally got it. Oh. Oh. Well, no, I was sort of thinking that the Tanuki's own spirit was what drove it back into the doll, but the forces of nature were what gave it animation, because he just wanted revenge. He wanted to uh, kill the guy that captured him, but he couldn't until what the hell is the nature deities, the pantheon that he follows? I forget what it's called, but the green path, the green. Damn it, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The deities of nature allowed him to move again and to make his own way. And his own way is to bring freedom to those who would be captured by those who just want to use and abuse them, and also revenge against trappers. And he has a couple of skill feats to hopefully track down the dude that made him taxidermied, find him, and kill him. Green faith, yes, thank you. I'm like, green wood, plant peoples. That's not the you know. And the second person is Pinhead. Like, how do these get along? So far, bringing people suffering seems to be the only common thread, because that's kind of all that Pinhead cares about. And the Tanuki wants to do that to the dude that made him stuffed. I also almost took the skill feat that allows you to use your own blood to heal other people, to signify that he opens his belly, takes out stuffing, and stuffs it in a wound to help people with first aid. I wanted to, I just couldn't. Oh no, actually I did take that, didn't I? Vasodilation, I think it's called. It was in the Singlemancer section. Aw, there you go. Then everybody in our group has to be suffering somehow, so that Pinhead's been gathering them. He probably sees them as his forces. Yes, adorably creepy. That's our job here. He does the adorable. Were you blipping? Why? Pet my head, pet my head, pet my head, pet my head, pet my head. He doesn't know any other words. Come here, honey. Yeah, it's okay. I got you. No, I got you. Yes. There's a hand. It's gonna pet you. Yes, the hand is gonna pet you. I promise. Yeah. Oh, good boy. Do you want your bed? Yeah? Okay, so maybe next week, if nobody objects to it, we'll go with Freddy the Healer. Freddy the Nightmare Healer. Would that work as a witch warper? Your source of power is nightmares? I think that could work. We might do witch warper. Would I? Yeah. Okay, and I'll update this description with what we have so far in the group. Hi. All right, then I'm gonna say goodnight, everybody. Gas is gonna say goodnight too. Bye bye. Pet my head. Pet my head. Pet my head. Okay. Pet my head. Pet my head forever. Pet my head. Don't do anything else. Just pet my head. I'll see you guys. guys tomorrow because there's another live stream. VTM. And in case it hasn't been made apparent, because I did edit the announcement in Discord, we have a Zamisi. There's going to be very grown-up concepts and lots of gore and horrifying things. So if you can't stomach it, don't go to it. For the rest of us, it's going to be fun. Oh, shit.